Okay, so I listened to a podcast. It's amazing. Covenant Rejects. Go check them out. So here's some witchy tips on balancing hexing and things like that. For one, I know hexing is cool. I know putting people in a bottle is cool, but there are so many other things that you can do. On top of that, when it comes to hexing, it doesn't just have to be baneful workings. I know plenty of people that would fuck them up more if they were blessed versus actually hexed. Remember, certain people, eventually, if they're stuck in the right and toxic environment, they become to the point where they depend on that toxic energy. And if that toxic energy is not there, they'll completely flip the fuck out. But anyways, back to the balancing. So what I used to do before I realized what I was truly doing, if I was going to do some type of baneful working, depending on your definition of baneful working, I would do about 3 healing spells, or more positive spells, if you will, right before I did the baneful working. Now, I do not believe in the threefold law, and I know there are some people out there that do, and that's okay. You just keep it to you, okay? With that being said, though, I do believe in the ripple effect, which means no matter what you throw out there, good or bad or whatever the hell, it is going to ripple effect back to you, just like everything in life does. Some people may call that the butterfly effect. Okay, no, we do not use the term karma here because most people use it out of context. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about here. Okay, let's continue. So what I would do was do the 3 healing ones, or positive ones, and then the negative one. That way, by the time the negative one got back to me, it was kind of buffered by the positive one. That may work for you and it may not work for you. Everybody's different. Their craft is going to be different also depending on the energy that you send out and how different energy is depending on the person. It's a learning curve, and I understand some people will not be for it. That's perfectly okay. But for the people that do it, I do have some suggestions. Never go into a battle thinking you will always win, because you will wind up losing. Always think about the psyche of the other person you're about to do workings on, and you have to think of the side effects on both sides of it before you do your working. Do they really deserve this, or are you just in a moment? And yes, I know there are hundreds of things out there that people do that fully do deserve it. But the responsibility of a witch is to be able to fully decide when and when not to do something. Now, I used to say people who focus and just use their wildcat emotions, that can go haywire. And for some it can. But I myself also do that because I'm an emotional person. With that being said, though, another thing to think about is there an expiration date on it? Because if you're holding on to that, we'll say box or jar in this moment, whether you've healed from that situation or not, you're still energetically feeding it. So therefore, that connection is still there. So, yeah. I hope this at least sparks more conversations. Y'all know how I like. And I'll see y'all soon, and I'll be back. You know where to find me. So, yeah. See y'all later.